So mental health is a factor in most of the cases that we take into our programs. In the Consolidated Misdemeanor Problem Solving Court, which we call COMPASS, it's a program for people with co-occurring substance abuse and mental health disorders. And our drug treatment alternative to prison program, or DTAP, you only need to have a substance use disorder, but we find that those participants also have a mental health disorder. The connection between the substance use and mental health disorders is that some people who are experiencing a mental health disorder may have adopted some maladaptive techniques in order to address their mental health symptoms, and so they might use substances in order to manage those symptoms. Mental health itself is not a risk factor for people getting into the criminal justice system, but people with mental health issues who also have substance abuse issues, who are homeless, and who have other risk factors in their life might get them into the criminal justice system. Most of these risk factors cause the person to be in some kind of act of desperation, which may cause them to steal items because they're hungry, secure some kind of shelter. Maybe there's trespassing. The main thing is that mental health in itself is not a risk factor for being involved in the criminal justice system. Mental health, in addition to real criminogenic risk factors like not having a good social support system, homelessness, substance abuse, these are the things that can drive us into isolation and moments of desperation that make us feel that committing a crime is our only choice. It really narrows our vision.
Mental health can certainly play a role in the cases that are referred to the restorative justice program. We work with victims that want to participate in a restorative justice circle, so that means that they either indirectly or directly want to confront the person that caused them harm. And oftentimes victims will have, questions related to the incident. So they might want to know, was I targeted specifically? Why was I involved? What happened here? Why was it perhaps if it's a burglary, why was it my house that you broke into? And so being able to have those questions answered for victims can be very beneficial to their mental health, because they can sort of lay down puzzle pieces and really lay down the narrative that is in their head due to these unanswered questions. Oftentimes, victims will want to speak to the person that harmed them because they need to share the impact, and that has a big stake in their mental health. They're feeling maybe very frustrated or angry, or feelings of helplessness that they want to be able to share with the person that harmed them. There are case studies that show, victims that go through this process can really have their levels of anxiety and PTSD symptoms that are a result of the incident really lessened by this process. So I would say for victims that can be a very big benefit in terms of mental health. For defendants who we call responsible parties, mental health certainly can play a role as well. Being able to sit in a space and take direct accountability by hearing the impact of the harm and engaging, and being able to offer a sincere apology can oftentimes reduce feelings of shame and guilt, which can really help with intrinsic behavior change.